And it's sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
Okay, so this is a good scenario here. I'm going to paint this picture. This comes from an email I found on the internet. My girlfriend asked me when and how I lost my virginity. I said, I don't want to talk about it. And she acted like it was weird. She volunteered that she lost her virginity to her high school boyfriend when she was 16. I still wouldn't answer, and it got weird, and she wanted a fight. In your mind, why is he not telling her how he lost his virginity? What, in your head, how does the story go?
Maybe it's embarrassing.
I'm going to say he hadn't yet.
No, he lost it. No, he's not a virgin.
So I don't know. Maybe he's embarrassed, or maybe he thinks this will be bad for her to hear.
I'm going to ask
kinfolk to her.
What?
Like he sleep with someone
said
as
the most
kin to her?
Missouri crap I've ever heard.
Like, so he slept with a family member?
Oh,
No, with her family. Her family.
All right, no, okay, no, no, we all took it like it was a family member of his.
Hey,
he was saying it was a
family
family member of
fun.
hers.
Oh,
all right, okay, yeah.
Okay, so we're the
I don't know who's the hillbillies here.
You're right, Scott.
You guys.
You're right.
Sorry about that, buddy. Woo! But we were all on this.
Yeah,
we were all thinking the
what
same
the heck
thing.
is he saying?
He was from Quincy.
Yes. Rafe, in your mind, why is he not telling her? What is the story behind him losing his virginity?
About losing his virginity?
Yeah. Why is he not going to tell her? I do have the answer.
I would think he one of two things. One, it just feels like it's a lose-lose. Maybe she's the type. He's like, I don't even want to talk about me having sex with another person because you're a jealous type person.
But she's like putting the screws to him. Like, why are you not telling me?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't think of a, I mean, if it's not like banged your friend, best friend.
Once I say it, it's going to be so obvious.
I think I know what it is.
God, Scott.
Guy.
He doesn't want his teacher to be in trouble.
Not a bad answer. You're creative today. I will give you that.
Thank you.
Maybe he's with a dude.
Nope. The honest answer is he lost his virginity to a prostitute that his dad paid for when he was 18.
Oh. I'm not like a regular dad. I'm a cool dad.
Wow. Cool dad.
Holy
Well, I
crows.
never thought about. So we hear about this every once in a while, and I always think about like his perspective, how that would run in your own mind as you get older. I've never thought about having to explain it to a later person, a later relationship. Or
Well,
wife.
thank God I
never
don't have
thought
a
about
weird
that.
story like this where I would have to.
You know what I'm saying, though? I mean, I've never considered
Ashamed of
that would be a difficult thing to carry, maybe.
So that's why he's not telling her. So his question is, well, he's like, I don't want to know in that. So should I make up a lie, keep avoiding the question, or tell the truth?
I don't think you lie. I think you ease in and you say, to be honest, like I'm a bit embarrassed about the scenario,
And you're just going to keep it there.
And I'd rather not talk about it.
That is not an acceptable answer.
No. I'm not saying
now you've created even a bigger problem.
No. No, you're not creating any problems. You're trying to solve the problem in a way that makes everybody comfortable.
Okay, I'm going to ask the female.
Oh,
with that scenario, with me saying, okay, I'm not telling you because I'm embarrassed, and I think you should respect that.
No. I'm not. I wouldn't say it that way. I would say, okay. So
okay, I'm dating you both right
Come
now.
on.
How did you both?
I want you to explain to tell her how this is going to go down.
Just top of mind. Let me get in character.
Ask him how he lost his virginity.
Wow, what a memory.
Hi, Moon. Oh, we're dating. Hey,
honey.
Hey, honey.
Hey, baby.
Hey, how'd you lose your virginity?
Oh, to be honest, right now, it's a really embarrassing sort of scenario.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of like to not think about it and relive it, and I'm not sure I'm ready to tell you that. I'm not sure I'm ready to tell you that.
It was premature, wasn't it?
Oh.
So what you've done here,
now the wheels are going. Now
is you've now tabled the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You've tabled it. To another time where you've now built this relationship. Now you're supposed to be trusting each other.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say I won't tell you. I'm going to say like I am not ready to tell you that right now.
Okay.
And because
he's putting a boundary up.
And I would say it has nothing to do with you. I assure you, it's because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, and I'm not even 100% sure how I feel about it.
Let me tell you what's happening in the female body, because I'm the female on the Rizzuto show. So I'm going, oh my God, now this person has been inside of me. I want to know where he's been.
Right.
And I am losing it because like now my wheels are spinning. Like, what, were you molested?
Yes.
Were you? Was it an STD? Was it?
Okay.
You know, I'm going to
That's
the
what
very
I'm thinking is going
furthest
through your
part
head.
of my head.
Well, you guys just broke up and now we're dating.
Okay. Now Rafe and I are okay.
Now ask me the same question.
Hey, Rafe, how are you?
Hi, hon.
Oh, good. Hey,
You look nice.
Thank you. How did you lose your virginity?
Oh, same old chestnut as most guys. I banged a hooker that the guy I hope to be grandfather to our children one day paid for.
Oh. Well, that slaps. All right, cool.
Anyway, you want to go to Red Lobster?
Let's go, honey. Cheddar biscuits. Sign me up.
No, you lie. You lie.
You don't lie.
You lie.
Never
Dude,
lie.
the truth is the best.
The
It sets you
answer is
free.
lying.
I feel like he's off the hook because his dad did it. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, all you got to
in
say.
lieu of birds and the bees, his dad was like, "Look, I can tell you about the birds and the bees, but
I don't think
Lola
Actually,
here,
the real
she
answer.
can show you."
The real answer is you just don't tell all the details.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
just
he's
say
on
it
the
like
hook
this. You
anyway.
say it like this, and that way you can avoid any weird issues. You say, "My dad was involved." I just want to leave it at that.
Right. Okay. Every one of you
All
are
right,
wrong.
ask me.
Okay, now we're done. Hi, Riz.
Hey.
Hey. How'd you lose your V card?
Oh, I was 18. It was a woman I really didn't know. We were in a hotel. That's it.
Dad paid for her?
Why you wouldn't? Your mind
I
wouldn't go there.
immediately do go there.
Unless
First of
you
all-
ask that
First of
question.
all,
And then
if
what do you
she's-
do?
If she's asking the question,
She's not going to ask that.
I am
follow-up.
asking the
No,
question.
but that's what I'm telling you. If she's asking the question at all and you give those details, now she has to. You have to fill in all the blanks, and that's why I'm saying like you don't lie, and B, you just say I'm not
I didn't
comfortable.
lie.
You don't. If you're not. If
I
you're
didn't
not,
lie.
Bouncing around
If
the
you're
fact
not
that
ready
it's
to tell the
prostitute.
whole story, then the story should be
That's
told.
almost worse.
I didn't lie, and I'm hoping for no follow-up
If
questions.
someone is
And
asking
if-
for that for the story, they want to know everything for
Yeah,
whatever
they don't want to know.
freaking
They
reason.
just want to know. No, I'm 100% right. Ask me, who was she?
Who was she?
I don't know. It was a one-night thing.
I mean, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
No, you are literally lying. You're,
I'm literally
it's
not
not a
lying.
one-night stand. It's not a wedding that you hooked up with
It was
somebody's
a one-night
cousin.
stand.
No, it's not. It was a transaction that your father paid for.
Okay.
And what else are you lying about?
I didn't lie.
Got him.
That's not. I'm not lying.
Let me say this. Out of all of you,
You think it's lying out of omission?
yeah. And here's the deal. If I would have asked you, was it a prostitute, and you wouldn't answer that,
You never would ask that question.
I would have.
You never would. That would.
I'm neurotic.
Not,
I would
that
have.
Would
Finish your
not,
thought. Out of all of you, what?
Out of all of you, I got to go. So I understood these Rafe and Moon the best because you are the type of person who is more reserved, that sets a boundary and will get to it possibly eventually when you're ready. Okay, that's you. And then you're serving realness about your family.
Telling the truth.
And you're telling the truth, and like, and then that's on me to deal with for both
Well,
situations.
first of all, that's not what I would do. That's what I would suggest to this person because that's the scenario they're saying. They're
What would you
saying
do?
that
You'd say I banged a hooker?
I would say
That my dad got me?
no. For me,
I probably
so
wouldn't phrase it that way.
I'm in a situation with my wife, and let's say that she asked me this, and this is somebody that I trust, and I also know her, and I would say, you know what? I'm not sure. It's a pretty exceptional story. I'm willing to tell you anything that you want to know, but like you're going to need to think about that question again, and if you ask it again, I will answer it.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
That's
now
how
you're throwing even more weirdness onto it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, hey, man, like,
what you wish for.
think about this, dude. I mean, think about who you are.
If you ask that question a twain time, I shall answer it.
Think about who you are. How old are you? How old are you? 44.
I'm going to be 45.
Hell happened
Okay,
to you?
so imagine you at 44 asking some of the questions that you asked when you were 24 in this scenario. There are things now that you go, man, I wish I didn't know that. I didn't need to know that. But at 24, you're all like, you're so wrapped in it.
I don't know how old these people are, by the way.
You do have to. You got to be careful what you wish for. I will say that. Like if you start going down that road and you want to know the answer and you're not, there's no weirdness, ladies. Like you're saying, like, okay, I really just am genuinely curious. I want the truth. You have to be prepared for the truth.
That's what I mean. And
here's how
I'd
I
be
would
looking
diffuse
out for
this.
any insecurities. I'd be like, yo, this might affect you. Or how you view me, even though I hope it doesn't, and it shouldn't because it was a past and it was my dad signing a check, signing a check for me.
I mean, you don't write a check to. Well, yeah, actually, Jerry Springer wrote a
It's
check.
so weird, dude. But I'm just saying, like,
Jerry Springer wrote a check to a prostitute.
if
That's
that
why
were
he
my
was-
story and we were like serious, you and I were serious, Lauren, and
Yes.
you said that, and I thought that you might not handle it well because of what insecurity or anything that I may know about you or something. I would say like, it's a pretty exceptional story. It's pretty embarrassing, and it's definitely going to be an answer that surprises you.
All right,
Are you
ask
sure
me
you
the
want to
question
know?
again.
Okay. Are you
Ask me the
sure you
question
want to know?
Here's how I would really handle the situation if I had lost my virginity to a prostitute. Go ahead.
Riz, hey, we're having
Hi.
such a great time. How'd you lose your virginity?
We're not doing this.
That's a good
That
answer.
sounds more like you.
Yeah, that is you.
No,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not doing
We're
this.
not doing this.
We're not doing
We
this.
were representing this guy, and this guy's in a scenario
Would
where
that-
he
can I
doesn't
ask-
want to say, and he wants
What
to
do you
know
think he
to
should
say.
do?
I think you should just tell her.
I agree. The truth will set you free. That is so true and
Amen,
cheesy,
brother.
but it's so true. The truth will set you free.
Yes,
Like,
it will set you free because some girls will go, oh,
She will break up
goodbye.
with you, and you will be free to
No, but
date
that's-
anybody
you're
else.
free.
But hey, that's okay because guess what? That's your truth. You lost your virginity because your dad paid for a prostitute. That's part of your story now. And you shouldn't be with somebody who's not going to be understanding of your life's exceptional situations.
What a cool
Yeah,
dad.
definitely.
Would you-
And I understand that as far as my truth, but like I'm a different person than I was 5 years ago, than I
Absolutely.
was 10
Yeah,
years ago,
we
and all
all
that kind
are.
of stuff. So if I'm with somebody and they're with me, do you need to know everyone's past lives and past truths in order to feel like you're close to that situation?
That's a
that person?
subjective thing. For me, yes. I love to know. I mean, and Tim too. We both love to know as much as we can about each other's past. Not because we want to judge and bring it up and put it in front of their face, but because it's like interesting to know a person so well.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And I used to be of the ilk that like I needed to know everything, so I felt like I had a good grasp on things. But what I found is that for me, sometimes I can do things in my mind that aren't healthy for me. And I don't need everything. I don't need to know everything. So
Some boxes are better left in the
right.
attic.
So for exactly. So for me now at this age, I know what I can do good with, and I know what I can do bad with.
Well, I love
in
that
my
for
own
you.
mind.
Question
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
in
Right.
this section. Would it bother you? I'm kind of curious if you found out, if he was honest with you, and your husband was like, I have had sex with prostitutes in the past. Is that something that would bother you, or is that something you'd be like, thank you for telling me? Sex work is work. As long as it was a transactional thing
Yeah.
and no one was being taken advantage of, you cool with that? Or is that something that changes your view?
Honestly, as long as it was consensual, sex work is work, in my opinion. As long as everybody doesn't have diseases.
But you cool with it? I mean, this is
Yeah, like
distant past. He's like,
he
I was
did this-
18, I was in
right.
the Army.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
I'm just
like
spitballing here.
just having an organic reaction right now. I think I would be okay with it.
Would you be okay with him feeling weird enough
Asking
about
for a
it?
friend.
Asking for a friend.
Tim,
Giving
come in.
hypotheticals
Tim,
here.
no way.
Would you be okay with him keeping it personally? Like if it was something that he doesn't feel right about, he doesn't appreciate about himself, or I'm not saying shame is involved or anything like that. I'm just saying like, what if he's like, this is something that I want to lock away and not be a part of who I am?
I would be a little bit more concerned about that. I really do. We have such an honesty in our relationship where we both have things of our past that we have brought forward that were hard to talk about. And it's like, I feel like I know him to his core and I accept him.
Right, and if you found this out, you go, I thought I knew you.
I thought I knew you. Exactly.
You don't seem like a bang a prostitute guy, huh?
He doesn't. That would surprise me greatly.
Yeah.
But again, if he told me now, he's like, that would be a weird thing. Like, I'm like,
Maybe now, but I'm saying like as you were having these
As we were-
difficult
yeah,
As you were
conversations,
courting.
if that was one of them
yeah.
right.
and he was forthcoming,
Right.
would that at that time have changed your opinion, view, or
I don't think it would
or
have.
eagerness to be in the relationship?
I don't think it would have. As long
There
as
you
he's
go.
still not going out and paying for sex because he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Okay. All right.
I knew somebody.
What about you guys? What if you found out? What if your wife was like, "Oh, did I not tell you? I paid for a gigolo once."
Well, at this point, yeah, that would be shocking because Learn's basically describing my relationship too. It's like we're like just crazy honest. We know everything about each other. But
Everybody thinks that, dude.
in the beginning, I don't know, maybe I knew a dude that had to get over a lot with his gal, and he found out. I mean, like after he was like in love and they were like committed, he found out that she had a tendency that when she was single, her favorite thing was to sleep with married men. Like she would just go around town and just like that was her thing.
Man.
And that was difficult for him. And not because she was sleeping with a bunch of men, but because she was doing it intentionally with
Yeah, I mean,
committed
Yeah,
folks.
that's an
I
odd.
found that out about my wife. It would be I didn't take you as somebody who used to do that.
Or would you rather have the jumping around the truth aspect? Would you rather be kept in the dark or in the light?
I would want to know how this would come up. Like,
Because you just got
How-
curious. You had a moment where you're curious.
and I asked what question?
And you're like, hey, have you ever slept with have you ever paid for sex? That's the question that comes up for your wife.
Well, first of all, he has like 3 rules that he lives by. One is never trust a
pay
man
for sex.
in a bow tie, and the next one is never pay for sex.
Okay.
That's his rule.
That would never come up in conversation. I'll tell you why. Because if it's an answer I don't want to hear, why am I even bringing it up?
Interesting. All right. Again, it's a very
Like,
subjective
why am
thing.
I going to bring up something that could potentially cause whatever feelings I don't want to feel right now?
I definitely agree with that. The boxes in the attic are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that.
Why do I need to know?
I got to a point where I'm like,
Leave 'em up
you know
there.
what?
Keep them up there, man.
Truth
Maybe
is-
it's just
Oh,
old
see.
Christmas decorations, but maybe not.
I'm quite curious.
Might be Grandpa's old World War II memorabilia, and you might find some stuff out you didn't want to know.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and that's everybody. I get we all got skeletons in the closet to some degree, but I don't know. To me, it's like I love you go into it with no judgment, thinking this isn't going to change things. I'm just genuinely curious. And if you get surprised by the answer, maybe it makes you think differently for like a split second, but hopefully you can just still love and accept
But what
them.
if I don't? I don't know how I'm going to feel if I find out my wife was with gigolos.
Yeah.
You should be cool with it because sex work is work,
It is
Sure.
work, man.
and it goes both ways.
That's a
brother.
good bumper sticker.
And honestly,
The bumper
kind
sticker
of a cool thing. I think it was kind of cool. If she's like, oh
Tina
yeah,
was banging gigolos before?
yeah, I just decided one night I was gonna cut through the mustard and just get what Mama needed. I'd be like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, listen, I
Okay,
don't know how I'm going to feel.
I'm probably an anomaly here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I'm for sure be in shock. But I didn't,
That's okay.
thank you.
It's valid that you can have shock. I'm not,
Thank you.
I'm not trying to oppress anybody's organic reaction.
There
to
will be
hearing that
shock
news, by
and
the way.
awe.
Yeah. And probably more curiosity, right?
Shock and awe. Mm-hmm. Will there be follow-up questions? I don't know. I wouldn't ask that question.
No further questions.
No further questions. I would hope we're not talking about this would come out.
See, we're watching Game of Thrones. Tim's never seen it, so he's really in now. We're on season 3. It's amazing. And, there's tons of betting happening with women of the city. And I asked him last night, because I ask all these inappropriate, terrible questions wives ask. And I was like, do you ever wish that, you could go back in time and be like a warrior like that and have all these naked women just sitting on your lap and they're from the house, the brothel down the street. And of course he's not answering that honestly. He's like, no,
Yeah, because I'm
baby."
sure it went down just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I gotta find out if that buddy is still married.
You gotta think about the smells.
I haven't
too.
talked to him for a
What?
while, but he had some
Yeah.
rough
Oh, everybody's.
he had some rough
Everybody-
goes with that.